Hello and welcome to this week's edition of BS with AJ. This week we're going to be making a plaque and then printing a picture on it. So we're basically making a wooden picture. Stick around. Hey guys, this is AJ Willie from BS with AJ. And this week I'm going to be making a gift for my father. His birthday's coming up, so I wanted to do something special for him. So we're going to be making a plaque and then putting a picture of his parents on there for him to hang up on the wall. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, make sure and do so, because we do projects like this every week. Also, if you have subscribed, be sure and click that notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos every week. Let's get started. Alright, so for this project we're going to be using a 4" by 6" picture. So we wanted to make our piece of wood larger so that we can see some of the grains of it behind the picture. We're also going to be cutting out some curves here on each one of the corners. And we're going to be coming over all the edges with a Roman OG and with a roundover bit on the bottom. Alright, so let's start cutting out the corners here. We're going to be using an old peanut butter lid to do this because we want to make sure it's a nice curve here. We want to make sure that each one of them are the same. And on these peanut butter containers, you can see there's little grooves here. So I'll put a line on this one here and on this one over here. And there's 16 little grooves here in between it. Now also I put a little dot here on the inside of the lid, and what we're going to do here is we're going to line up the corner of our board on that dot, and then these two pieces right here will line up with our edges. So that way whenever we go to do all four corners, they all look pretty symmetrical. Alright, now we're going to use our bandsaw to cut on that line for the radius of each corner that we just marked. Alright, now first we're going to take our roundover bit and we're going to go over the bottom of our piece here. And then we're going to go ahead and put on our Roman OG bit and do the top part. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and flip our workpiece over so the front is facing down, and we're going to use our Roman OG bit to go ahead and route around the edges. Alright, now that we're done using our router table and got all the edges looking the way we want, we're going to go ahead and sand the face of this down where our picture is going to go with some 120 grit paper using a random orbit sander. Alright, now that we have this nice and smooth, you want to take a clean, dry cloth and wipe down any, make sure there's no dust or anything left on here before you start transferring your image. Now we did already flip our image. Now it's not as vital with pictures, but if there's words, they will show up backwards. And if you've seen the last video before, you know how to do this. But I'm going to be using a stiff foam block to make sure to get all the air bubbles out. You can use a squeegee or anything that's like a stiff foam block like I am, or something like that. That's kind of soft, it's not going to tear the paper, but stiff enough to get out the air bubbles. We're going to be using polyacrylic or water-based polyurethane. And like I said, make sure you flip your image. That is very important if there's any words. It's not as important with pictures, but I still want it to look just like the picture's supposed to. So I went ahead and did that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start applying our polyacrylic, and we're going to start transferring the image over. Alright, now we're going to slowly start removing the paper using some warm water and a toothbrush. Hey guys, well here's our final product. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and consider supporting BS with AJ on Patreon. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll see you next week.